Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 2. And no, that wasn't clickbait on that title. This is dead set. Let me tell you a story. It's about a man named Jed. He's a poor mountaineer and he barely kept his family fed. No, hang on, that was the wrong story. Okay, so this sick ass cylinder that I managed to pick up for free at my local recycling centre. Okay, you might be saying, how the frick do you get shit like that for free? Because every time I used to watch, YouTube channels and they always go, hey, I picked this up for free, I picked that up for free. And I'm like, how the hell did you pick that up for free, mate? It costs a fortune around here. But look, I'll tell you what you want to do, okay? I'm terribly sorry I'm going off track here, but instead of going to, your Costco, instead of going to your Bunnings, instead of going to your Walmart, right, go to your local little independently owned shops, okay? Put all your business through them. Every time you want something, go and do them instead, not do them, but go and see them, right? And then after you get to know them after a while, they'll go, hey, Big Jim, we have something here that you might be interested in. You go, oh, yeah, that's pretty sick, mate. How much you want for that? Nah, take it. And, if somebody stops you on the road or your friends go, hey, how do I get to, if somebody stops you on the side of the road, you say, well, how do I get to, Costco, Bunnings, Walmart or whatever, you go, what were you after? Oh, I'm going to buy a computer or something. Well, look, I tell you what, instead of going there, why don't you go see these blokes at Independent Computer Outlet or whatever, right, and tell them Big Jim sent you. And you'd be surprised how much cheaper these guys are going to be, how much better service, how much better equipment, and how much better warranty that you're going to get going through these guys and what you're going to go through going through these other wankers. So you do that, right, and you will, like I said, be given the opportunity to help out the local economy for one, and let's face it, get some perks. Anyway, so I digress. This cylinder, I said to him, "Wow, how much you want for the cylinder up there?" I said, "Well, you can have it for nothing. Take the friggin' thing away." And I went, "Cool." And they said, "Oh, by the way, it's still got fucking gas in it." I went, "Yep, sure, no worries, mate." Chucked it in the back of the ute, gave it home, dragged the bastard off. Mind you, this thing weighs like, I swear it weighs like 200 kilos. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's the fucking heaviest thing ever. Opened the valve up, yep, sure enough. Cool, opened it right up and just left it. Left it for 2 days. Came back, nothing, yep, totally dead. Stuck my regulator on it, yep, no PSI, totally dead. Beautiful, no worries. Hit it with a plasma cutter. Are you effing kidding me? So, just a word of warning. Luckily, right there, it says air. Right? It was only compressed air. Totally neutral, unflammable. If that effer had been oxyacetylene or something like that, it would have been a giant frigging explosion that would have taken out my joint, taken out next door's joint, probably taken out half the block. And after I sort of sat around and thought about that for a little while, because if it was an LPG tank, I probably would have tried to cut the frigging valve off it first and drilled a hole through it, making sure I didn't make any sparks or anything. But I still would have used the container. Don't ever trust the fact that you think these things are empty, because I hit that thing with a plasma cutter, and if you would have cut it with or I would have cut it with a grinder or something like that, kaboom! I wouldn't be here telling the story. You probably see it on the news because I was filming it at the time. Anyway, lucky this thing was only compressed air. What I've done is I finished cutting it off with the plasma cutter, measured it up to the size I needed it. Got a whole bunch of the bloody firewall shit. I bought some off eBay. That cost me about $50, I think it was. So I would have preferred to get it a bit cheaper, and I would have preferred to get it locally, but I couldn't do it. So nobody around here sells that sort of stuff. I'm not sure why. Anyway, I got some perlite, mixed it in with some mud, filled up the inside there with it, rammed it down with a stick, get all the concrete to settle, bit of a shake, rattle and roll, bit of a vibrate, whatever it takes. Filled it right up to the top, smoothed it down, let it dry, and then capped it. No, not with a 9mm or whatever, AK-47, bloody Americans. Capped it with a piece of about a 1mm steel. I have no idea what that is in friggin' inches. Go convert it yourself. What I end up doing here is I put, this might seem a little bit strange to you, so you're probably going, what the hell's he doing here, mate? I am putting some dye, basically, around the top of the cylinder, and that is then going to give me a witness mark of where the piece of metal needs to be cut, like thus. Then I can hit it with a plasma cutter, or shears, or whatever the hell I got, and weld it on there. Pretty cool, huh? Sorry about the lateness of this video. I have been sicker than a German porn movie. I tell ya. I normally try and put out a couple of videos a week, so if you like my stuff, feel free to subscribe, smash the like button, send it to your friends. Until then, we'll see you around like a rissole, trendsetters.